Okay, hello everyone. In this video that I make in English, une fois n'est pas coutume, I will show you another way how to get your terrain and buildings in BlenderBIM. So last time I showed you how with the use of BlenderGIS you could set up a base map, say OK, click type G and go to Tour in France, set a zoom level, then click OK, and then go to your area of interest that is not so big. Okay, but you get the La Loire, the river, and it's going up to the Coteau. So here, if I press E, and if I have a API key for the service Open Topography SRTM, I can make the use of this to import the topography on the photo of my base map. And you see there's some kind of modification that has been made. Something I didn't show the last time is how you can get OSM buildings, for example, and get the print of extrusion of the buildings around. What I feel a little insufficient here is first the dam is 30 meters, and in main architect project you need something a bit more precise, and the buildings are all 20 meters for each building. I don't have the information of the real height on all the buildings here, I think. I'm not sure. Well, it seems that for some reason some buildings are okay. Well, I'm gonna put this aside in that collection, just deactivate and show you another way to get to this result, but with some kind of better precision. I will need Qgis, that's an open source project as well as Blender and BlenderBIM, so we can use it for free. And we're gonna use it to set up a map with vector data and DEM data that we will use to create a 3D representation of our environment. Well, setting up the area seems roughly the same that I did make. I put here, I'm gonna actualize my bookmark, maybe here. Okay. What I need here is data. Data you can, in France, you can use IGN data on this page, geoservice.ign.fr. If you're in another country, you may have some services or files to download. What I use here in this video is BDTopo. It's vector data about stuff in du territoire, so buildings will be in BDTopo. And I can use RGOLT, that is quite precise DEM of France. We have 1 meter precision with LIDAR and photos. I don't really remember how it is collected, but it's described here. So I will guess you have downloaded these files, and you download and unzip. And for vector data, for example, we have all the vectors of the Département 37 in Indre-et-Loire in France that are regrouped in one directory that is here, administrative, and if I go down to Bâti and Bâtiment, I will get the buildings. Well, you also have the ability to download a geo package, but I will do is SHP with shapefile format. Well, if I activate this layer, so I just go down to info, I will just have a quick look about the object informations, and we notice that we have the author and then max for the roof and the ground. That's mostly what we will use for this. Next we need to get the DDM. If you unpack the RGLT after download it for the right department, you have these files that are quite numerous. Well, there we have the information on where the file is located, because otherwise you will have to click on each one to see where it appears on the map. Well, and this is the EPSG 2145 coordinates. I have set my project in EPSG 2145. In another country, you need to know where CRS you need to use. These are the files are registered on this kind of CRS, so you have to be aware of that. Well, but here we have this widget that tells you that we are around 526 and 6702. Okay, 526, so I go down 526 and I choose 6702. Okay, try this one. Okay, you see the layer is on the map, but I'm a bit too low. The layer is here, so I will take the next one. I don't care. I can take as many as I want. I will remove this one. Don't need it. And I'm going to go to the same but aside here to get these two ones. So I'm going to 526 and 6703. Okay, this one, and 5, this one. Okay. Now that I have this, I can just put some kind of transparency to see something through. Apply. Okay. Oh, it doesn't. Can do this on everyone. Okay. It doesn't matter. I will merge them with a tool. I've got my toolbox here. You can get it on somewhere. Well, I typed fusion. Fusion means merge. Merge. I will merge the 3 DMs in one. Okay, so I just put this and execute. That's simple as that. What it does, it just makes one DM from my 4 DMs. Okay, so I will have one. It is in memory, so if I crash here, I won't be able to get back my DM. But I'm gonna just make another move. Here I've got one tile, and I'm going back to my bookmark to get the tile from a smaller area. Okay, just modifying. Okay. Now cloud, we are going to export this area as a DEM. So there, I'm going to export, enregistrer sous, save as, and I'm going to save my DEM here. Okay, I had already because I tested before. And sure, I have to set up the area, the extent of the map on what I see in the map here to make it smaller than it is. Okay, and I go there, and there's another layer. So I'm gonna remove the layers I don't need. Okay, I put some transparency to see. Okay, here we are. We have this layer that is my area. Okay, I will do the same for the bâtiment. This is vector data, so I have to export it as shapefile, for example. I don't remember where it is. Okay, tutorial there. Okay, I will name it bâtiment. Paulbert. Paulbert is the place I'm focusing on. Sorry. I'll get my. Okay. And set the extent. I will there choose one layer. This is this one, the one I choose just before, and say OK. Okay. So I've got two layers that are of interest. I'm going to delete the other one. That doesn't delete the file. That just delete the layer in the map. Okay, and I will show a satellite view, for example, or modify, maybe. Oh, sorry, I will delete this one as well. Okay, we see we have the bâtiment in the area of the layer MNT DEM, modèle numérique de terrain. I don't know in English. Okay, I go on. Now, what I use is an add-on. It's Qgis to 3GS, an add-on. You got the description here. You can download the add-on and install. That's not the purpose of my video, so I'll let you go through it. But you can install it. You download it from GitHub page, QGIS to 3GS, and this add-on is quite nice. You got a small button here, and you choose one DEM, and the DEM is projecting in a 3D view there. Okay, the scene, you have to use some parameters here and select, for example, an extent based on sorry, not layer, select, no, sorry, it's not that. Okay, select, use a layer extent, and I decided to use MNTDM. Okay, that limits the extent of my scene. If I apply, I got only the extent of my scene. Okay, I've got a bit of an artifact here, but we'll deal with this in Blender. So you notice that what appears on the 3D is the map, but you can change it here. You just go to properties, you stay in minus, and sorry, minus, and then we choose another layer. I will choose, for example, Google Satellite, and that's it. Okay. You notice that there's quite an artifact here because it's climbing quite quickly. Okay. Let's go on. Sorry, I'm not PDF. I don't know why. Okay, rename. I'm gonna rename this. Okay, applique. Okay. Now I can use polygons here, and if you go to properties, you can use properties as extruded, and there you can put your extrusion relatively by the MNT dem or on absolute manner. If you use absolute, you need to specify which altitude you want your base building base be on. It can be Z-min sol, that means the smallest altitude found for the building, and or then max. I can use relative. It's quite an average, and then sorry, absolute. Oh, I will choose absolute and then min. Okay, and now the 8. If I leave like that, it will be 5 for everybody. I don't want that. I want the height to be la hauteur du bâtiment. And then I will, okay, clip geometries. Okay, I look around and I'll apply. Okay, I will check it, and now I see all the buildings. I can change the color of this. I can change because I inheriting the color from the symbology. So I'm going to choose something else. Maybe this, for example. Okay. A little gray. Okay. If I go back to Qgis to 3GS, I now have my buildings. Okay. And you see there's a little difference of what we saw earlier in you have some more detail here, and the terrain is more detailed than in the other. Once this is done, I can export the scene as gltf. That's magic. Okay, and I say go here and say MNT 3D GIS. Okay. Well, I finished here. So now go back to Blender. I remember I was there. Okay. And now I go to import gltf, and then I go there. This one is the right one. Okay. So here we are with geometry. We have two objects. We have got MNT dem that is quite detailed. We should simplify this. And we got the bâtiment. And if I click on one bâtiment, I see that the meshes are not quite okay for me. So I need to simplify them as well. Well, we're going to start with the buildings. For example, I select the first one. I'm going to unclip this view because I think it's BlenderGIS that is keeping very low. Okay, and what do I have to do here? I've got two treatments I need to apply. I will do it individually and then with the modifier. Okay, first I can go to Mesh, Clean Up, and Merge by Distance, because many of them are twice at the same place. First I do that, Merge by Distance, and the other one is Limited Dissolve. And there I have a clean mesh that is for 6 faces. Okay, so I will do this to every other building I have in my okay, I'm going to do this with mesh 2, but with modifier now. Okay, I need two modifiers. First, the geometry nodes, geometry nodes modifier. I will activate the geometry node view. I'm going to choose start up a new geometry node and add merge by distance node. Okay, merge by distance. Okay, this is it. So I've got this first, and then I have another one that I need. I didn't find it in geometry nodes. If you know where it is, that will be very cool. But in the modifiers, you go to decimate, and you go to planar, and you can leave these as this make a good mesh. How can I see it? I can't see it while I'm going in edit mode. So if I want to see it here, I go to wireframe and specify, for example, stiffness 0.5, and I see here a wireframe of my on my building, and I see it's clean. Okay, because if I do the same with this one, wireframe, you see that I have this messy mesh. Okay, so go back to this one, and I'm gonna select all the meshes I have quite a bit. Okay, hope that it will be okay. And I'm gonna hit Control L, copy modifiers, and everyone has the modifiers. And I need to apply, but I don't want to apply this one. Okay, sorry, I have to go back. Set. I need to deactivate this one. That was only the one to see. And I've got to go back there to Control L and copy modifiers. So then I have two modifiers. Then hit apply all. It can take a little time while I'm going to take a coffee. Okay, that's a bit too much for my computer. Okay, but now cool. I have clean geometry here. I think it's clean. So if I have to adjust, for example, there, GZ, and I can adjust. Draw some additional mesh if you want to specify to set the correct height of and shape of a roof, for example, for what buildings are very close to your project. It can be useful. Okay, so the other part now, we're going to deal with the DM mesh. Okay, we'll see that it is very much detailed. It's a bit too much for a knife scene. First, I want to correct this artifact. So I'm selecting, for example, every point that are there. So I've been putting in some kind of transparency. It allows me to, and a grid. It allows me to select points that are hidden from the view. Okay, that's nice. I am going now to simplify this geometry with the modifier. The modifier I use is decimate. I will deactivate immediately from the viewport because I don't want it to compute all the time. I choose planar and UV. Why? Because I want the UVs to be as much as possible conserved with simplification. I don't want to have a distortion on the photo, even if it's not possible to have a very nice photo. You see, you still have this distortion where the terrain is climbing too fast. So planar UV, okay, and then apply, and that's all. We have to wait until it computes. It depends on your computer, and it depends also on the extent of the area, but we can normally, with these simplify quite a lot the mesh. It's not the same mesh now. Okay. Now I'm gonna assign this to an IFC. I'm in Blender 3.6 and I'm saving an IFC, and I will get this IFC. Just to know, IFC won't keep the photo, so you need to save into Blender if you want to keep the photo, because the texture is not exported with IFC. If you want to make an IFC of that, you go to Scene, and we are going to create project because we don't have project yet, and we are going to select the object and set it to an EFC geographic element, and say it's a terrain, and assign IFC class. We see IFC geographic element is now our object. Okay, maybe we can set the material, I don't know, I'll do that later. So now we need to select all our buildings, and we are going to set them as IFC building proxy element. Maybe there's a class that is better suited for this, I don't know. Well, okay. That will do. Takes a bit of time to convert all these buildings in an IFC building project element. Okay, and now I'll save my IFC. Okay, building, and I can save my Blender project. Okay. It might be useful if you want to go back. Okay, and now I've got another instance of Blender in Blender 4, for example. I used Blender 3.6 for the rest of the tutorial because BlenderGIS seems not to work that fine in Blender 4, so you have to wait a bit. So here, IFC building. And here we go. We got our terrain, quite precise, but a little bit. Okay. That's all for now. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content and want to support me on these videos. Thank you. Bye bye.